Hey, how you doing? Tonight we're working on my son's Jeep Hurricane. Now this Hurricane we got a couple of years ago, and we burned up the controls, the shifter. He burned up the motors. We replaced the shifter. We replaced the motors. Broke the gears in the gearbox. We replaced the gears in the gearbox. And I'll go through some of that stuff. I had my friend Mike, we call him Five. He helped me out. He hooked up all the wiring. He's a wizard with wiring. And then we upgraded the batteries, ran it for a long time. I have another video I'll post. It just ripped. I mean, it was really fast. It was perfect. So we ran through it again. He just burned it up again. It's spring. It's just getting into April right now, and he's really disappointed that that it's broken. So the next stage in this process, and what this video is going to be about, is I have an old mobility scooter gearbox here, and I have the control systems and a variable speed controller and a few other things that we're going to put into this thing, and then hopefully maybe convert it over to some rubber tires and upgrade the steering a little bit, just to make it run and drive better. It seemed like most of the time when he would burn it up, he was trying to go up a hill in the grass. We have an anchor here, and so it's really kind of tough to get it so that he can do that without burning up something or getting stuck on something. So I think the next stage in this process, and what this video is going to be about, is tearing it down and then building it back up with something that's a little bit more than the plastic gears and everything. Because let's face it, he's not getting any smaller. He's 5 years old now, and he's got a younger brother that's 3, and the 3-year-old is just about almost 3, and he's also wanting to drive it. So we got to make that steering a little bit easier, and we got to make it so that we can block it off so that it can go slow. But we've also got to make sure that it can carry both of their weight. So that's what we're up against tonight, and I'm going to start with the breakdown, and from there we'll see where it ends up. What you see here is some of the handiwork that we did when we had the problems before. We cut out for a larger battery. We added some fuses. I ended up blowing the fuses regularly, so I changed them out for these circuit breakers that are supposed to overheat and turn off, and then that way hopefully protect the motor. It didn't work. We burned up motors left and right, but a lower gauge was just popping the fuses, so we had to go to a 30 amp fuse, and it still would burn them up, and they would take turns popping, and then after they had popped a few times, it would shut off and wait, and then turn back on again and run, and that would be fine. I felt like that was prolonging the life of the motors, but over time, especially if he was to go right into something really hard without giving these a chance to heat up a little bit, it would burn up the motors. Or if he would just wait for them to cool off, trigger back on, and go again without the motors having time to cool down. I really don't know the details on why the motors were dying, but what you'll see here is this is all Mike's handiwork. Redid all that. He put a voltage indicator in there, little switch, a little voltage level. My son absolutely loved that thing because he could turn it on and off, and then he ended up adding LED headlights. One of them's died since, but I'll show you that in the video. But yep, that's what it is. And I'll flip it over now, and we'll see the underside of it and the other motors that were taken out. is a shot of the motors and the upgraded gearboxes. Now these upgraded gearboxes, they're basically the standard gearbox, which they just a newer model. I mean, I particularly have an older Hurricane. These came from a newer Hurricane or something. I got them from an online retailer. So they come from, these are, you can see I have a little bit of grease on there. And they have a upgraded gear set in them, which we haven't burned out yet. And then I had bought those motors with the heat sinks on them. That they did seem to last longer, but not a whole lot longer. So that's the perils of Power Wheels, I guess. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take those and fish them up through. That one seems like that's burned out. And let's see about this one. Oh, so we burnt both of them this time. Well, I'll be. I need some satisfaction. Can't get no satisfaction. There we go. That's 24 volt. That's why it popped like that. Lots of juice. It want me one on that juice. That's really weird for me to say that. There we go. I'll lift on it. We're gonna have to take these out down there. Have to cut it just to get that axle shaft where we want it. I might put a small lift on it, but it's really hard to say yet what that's going to end up looking like. We'll worry about that when we get further on in the process. now we get to see the work of Mike. Well, 5. Yeah, that's how you upgrade the electrical system on a Power Wheels. Controls, motor A and B, ground wire, and it's all relay driven. That way it does not burn out the switch, which he actually had working. It's a shame to rip it all out. Sir, I think you need ball joints. Must be a Opar thing. So this is where we ended up on the first night of teardown. We have the Jeep up on some stands. We have the entire inside of it is out. The hood is out. The window is out. Windshield. The rear axle's out. Still messing with the wiring, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I want to get the base structure ready. But look at this. Look at this. Look at these ball joints. Well, ball joints is a kind of a loose term. This is like, this is terrible. I don't know how the kids could even steer the thing. And that's what we're going to fix.